Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Any Kind Media. We are your hosts. My name is Ocean Sumiyono.
I'm Taylor Vieira.
And on this episode, we're going to bring to you our take of the fresh Rings of Power main teaser trailer, is how they're wording it. Yeah. This is a production put on by Amazon Prime Originals. It's set to come out later this year in September. As of right now, I guess we're only confirmed for one season of 8 episodes, right? I think, I don't know, but yeah.
But there's almost certainly going to be multiple seasons.
There's got to be because, yeah, we'll talk about the reason why. But it's pretty exciting. It's a 2.5 minute long teaser trailer that shows a lot
more than the first one.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Speaking of the first teaser trailer, we actually did an episode on the first teaser trailer. It was actually our 3rd ever episode on this channel. It was actually like the highest viewed of our videos for a while.
Yeah, for quite a while.
Until quite recently, like within the last couple of weeks. So thank you guys who watched that. But hopefully this one can do just as well, because this is a fandom or a movie realm or world that we both really love and are super passionate about. So, yeah, this teaser trailer showed a lot of cool stuff. A lot of stuff I have no idea what's going on, like absolutely none. I shared in the first episode, or the first teaser trailer episode that we did, that outside of what of Lord of the Rings that we know from the original trilogy and The Hobbit, I really don't know much else about the expanded universe or whatever, but you kind of do. So was there anything in this teaser trailer that kind of maybe illuminated you as to what's going to be happening during this season more, or is it more questions, or what did you see in this trailer?
I think the biggest thing I kind of picked out from watching this new teaser is it kind of really shows us a lot more of a Galadriel focus, obviously because she's going to be the main character. We get to see a few additional characters, Elrond, some that weird dude that we saw from the Meteor again, I don't know his name, which may or may not be the big bad. And then the king, the Dwarven king, I can't remember his first name, but I'm pretty sure, I forget, he's part of the Durin family, I believe. But it basically, all I really pulled was it kind of goes over, it gives you a very brief picture of Galadriel's personality and stuff, which is a lot different than we know from the original trilogy that we saw in the movies. So I feel like it's just kind of trying to differentiate itself with her at this age. And then it kind of gives us a somewhat of a foreshadowing when she's trying to explain to Elrond of her visions that she's having of course, the evil dark forces of Sauron and stuff. And it's an interesting shot that they have in it too.
All the people are floating. Right.
Yeah, it's not something you normally see in Lord of the Rings, at least that we've seen in the movies. But it almost gives me Marvel, I guess, kind of vibes. But it's only because at this point in time, in the second age and stuff, and especially the first age, it's Lord of the Rings that we know from the third age is way different. The powers and everything that happens.
Well, I was just saying, from what I understand, in the second age, there's a lot more magic and stuff. Right, because
essentially the first age is like the Big Bang. You literally have these insane sentient forces, and the second age is a mix of Middle Earth was created, and they created all these the elves and all that kind of stuff, and then so it's got a mix of these insane magical abilities and the early beginnings of certain races and stuff. I will say the biggest thing that I don't like about the second teaser is, of course, the focus on the Harfoots. We talked about them in the first teaser.
They're a hobbit-like creature, right?
Yeah, they're the predecessors to the hobbits. We talked about it in the first teaser. I don't like the reasoning for bringing them into the to the show.
Which is, I think if I remember correctly, you were saying like they were saying it can't be Lord of the Rings without a Hobbit,
right? Which is just wrong.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't be in here. I will say, since they're gonna be in there, from everything we see in the second teaser, everything looks amazing. Like the shots, the styling, the cinematography, everything looks kind of insane. It looks like the movies. I mean, this is obviously, we talked about it's like a huge budget, right?
What I will say is that upon watching the teaser, everything looks big. Everything looks exciting. Lots of stuff to draw you into the trailer. But, like I said, I don't really know what's going on. So a lot of the time I'm like, what is that? What is that? What's going on? Why did you just cut a rock in half? Like there's just, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But I will say that sometimes, or like periods of the trailer, I'm so focused on what the hell I just saw that I kind of like lose track of what I'm currently seeing. Like,
which is, what I mean? It's kind of just gonna happen because most most people don't know this time period of Lord of the Rings, so it's just how it's gonna be. Like, I guess it could be the same effect of somebody with the Arkenstone from The Hobbit,
right?
You're like, oh, I don't know what that is, like, until you obviously just watch it or whatever or read it.
Yeah,
but.
No, it makes sense. I mean, this is, like you said, it's just not something that people are familiar with. So, because of that, this probably the first couple episodes or maybe the first season is going to be new for everybody, which I'm actually excited about because it's new, right?
Yeah.
Something new, something to be excited about. Whether or not it pans out will be interesting to see because of the budget, man. I still cannot get over the fact
it's insane
that Amazon has spent $1 billion on this production. Like, producer, can you look up the production budget for Endgame, which I would say arguably is one of the biggest movies of the last decade, like as far as their budget wise. Because $1 billion for a single production is insane. I mean, I realize Amazon is a gigantic company and it's probably not
anybody's
that big a deal, but
it's gonna be them.
Still, it's crazy.
I gotta say though, like, I'm kind of glad, like, because it's Lord of the Rings, right? Like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta go big,
right? Yeah. I mean, the first trilogy and even The Hobbit were such massive successes that you can't put out a half-assed TV show, otherwise it's not going to be received well, especially with the fandom that surrounds the Lord of the Rings, because they are some very, very passionate people, as we found out in our first episode that we posted. What's up?
So there's like two
conflicting numbers.
So
what's the higher number?
Well, a financial information website says that it was budgeted at $400,000 for
No,
Endgame.
there's no way.
According to the director of Infinity War and Endgame, each one of those movies costed $500,000 to make.
There's no way.
That's
so,
it.
A combined for Infinity War and Endgame was $1 billion.
Oh, you're saying 500 million?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, you said 400,000 and 500,000. I was like,
I meant to say 4
million.
What?
Yeah, right. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So our producer threw us for a little loop right there, but he's saying there's a little bit of mixed information, but
roughly
somewhere between
500.
$400 and $500 million for Endgame, and then he also said $400 to $500 million for Infinity War, which means that this TV show cost as much, if not more, than the two-part cinematic ending to the MCU's long, like 10-year long thing. Like,
yeah,
that's insane.
I mean, I guess it is, as a, now that we've lived through it, but in my mind, that makes sense, because you're comparing two movies that were only big because of what led up to it versus an entire franchise that's was already by itself being super famous.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that I don't know if it was Jeff Bezos that authorized it, but whoever it is that put the final stamp on that budget, like, you are a ballsy man or woman or whoever you are. That's pretty amazing. I personally hope it does well, because I love Lord of the Rings, and I would love to see more. And because of what's happened with Star Wars stuff recently and the kind of degradation of the Star Wars universe through Disney's trilogy and some of their TV shows they put out, I don't want that to happen to Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? Like
Well, I mean, I guess they can't really, because like Disney's just like, you get a show, you get a show, you get a show, you get a show. Whereas Lord of the Rings, it's just, well, you got one.
Right, but what I mean is like Star Wars, it was fine the way it was.
No, I know. I'm saying like,
and Lord of the Rings
has less of a chance of that happening, just on the fact that it's not like 20 shows coming out.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like Star Wars, like, is where it is because there's so much stuff being pushed out. But Lord of the Rings, we just got the one, at least for now. Not including like super small like things here and there.
Well, I'm hopeful. I am eagerly awaiting. It comes out September 2nd or 3rd? I think it was 3rd.
Yeah, I think 3rd.
3rd.
Something like that.
Yeah, September 3rd comes out. Pretty stoked. I just wanted to say a quick shout out to John Odendahl. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, bro. But you commented on our last teaser trailer reaction, and you had a lot of really informational comments and things that I didn't know, and seems like you're very informed on this subject, and we'd love to hear your opinion on this teaser trailer as well, if you're watching. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully you are.
Yeah. Anything else for this teaser trailer?
I mean, yeah, looks good. I'm ready for more.
Yeah, I am too. I'm sure there'll be a official trailer released sometime in the next month or so, and then probably a second trailer, like maybe a couple weeks before the film or the TV show comes out. But yeah, we'll probably be doing episodes as they come out, and then we'll be more 99% we'll do an episode by episode breakdown of the series. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this episode. We appreciate you being here. Quick question to you guys. Do you think that they made a mistake in the casting of Galadriel, and do you think that Cate Blanchett could have reprised her role as Galadriel in this show? Let us know down in the comments below what you think. Again, thank you guys for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Fly, you fools.